Only this was found in the underpass where he's attacked. Crime should think it's his son's.
Traditional heresy. Keep a piece of the Quran inside.
Need word, Melly?
Got an address?
No, still working on it.
Wake up, Tafe, if you have to. Let's not have his family hear about this on the morning news.
Sure.
Did you say in your statement that Lieutenant Fairs?
Why?
So want to re-interview me over the Mahmood shooting?
Mate, I'm not going to discuss this with you.
You saw me.
You shot a suspect. What do you expect me to do? Cover your ass?
I'm not expecting you to lie. I'm expecting you to tell the truth. And the truth is, Melly, when Wood was going to stick a knife in your gut, so I shot him in the head.
That'd be easy for I had to right off then. It'd make things real simple, wouldn't it?
It was self-defence.
Was it?
The problem I have is how two of my senior officers ended up alone with Mahmood in a warehouse where you should have contained him, set a cordon and called for
We had
backup.
no idea the layout of the building, how many exits it was either going or risk losing
And
it.
if he was part of a terrorist cell, he would have had a fake passport and been on the next plane to Pakistan.
My objective was to talk to the man, all right? I had control of the situation.
Yeah, and now he is dead. So you explain to me how that's a better result.
Well, we're both alive for starters.
That is enough. Do you have any idea of the shitstorm that's coming down in this office? Especially when, from an outsider's point of view, it appears that two of my senior detectives have conspired to execute the man that killed your son.
You'd say that'd be bad for career prospects, particularly if there's a promotion.
You really don't want me as your enemy right now, Travis. So get out and sort this out before one or both of you end up on charges.
Hassan Ghalib died from a subdural hemorrhage. He had a severe brain bleed caused by depressed skull fracture consistent with blunt instrument injury.
Any clues as to the weapon?
Squared shape with two small ridges on the leading edge, 1.5 millimeters apart.
Is that it? You want to take a guess?
Leads you down the wrong path if I'm incorrect. Hassan also had severe pre-mortem bruising to his arms and torso. It's my conclusion that he was hit in the head from behind in the railway tunnel, causing him to fall to the ground, where he was kicked and stomped on. And then he dragged himself into the street to die.
All at a railway station. And no one saw it.
His father was killed by Ethiopia militia. His mother died of cholera in a Kenya refugee camp. But still Hassan's smile could light up a room. His dreams for the future. Somalia with no guns. When we came to this country, we thought the violence would end.
Samira, I promise you. We're going to do everything in our power to find who did this.
They will do nothing. White laws are for whites. If we want justice, we have to take it.
These men are here to help. Yusuf and Hassan were like brothers.
Yusuf, I know you're hurting over Hassan. You want to hurt back, you're going to make it worse. If you know anything, tell us. Tell us now, help us find who did this.
Yusuf, does this belong to Hassan?
Never seen it before.
When was the last time you saw Hassan?
After school, we went to the prayer room.
He's at the library.
He lied.
Which prayer room was that?
In Lidcombe. I say they cannot go there because of his hardline ideas.
His name is Assad, and you should show him respect.
Do you know this man? Have you met him?
I don't need to. I see changes in the boys and wild duck of returning to fight in Somalia.
And what time did Hassan leave this prayer room?
Maybe 8. He argued with Assad and left early. He was like you, weak.
Hassan believed in
And
peace.
look where it got him!
2 months ago, he would not have said these things. This Assad is turning my brother into my enemy.
Help build a new Somalia, and you can stand proud as men and as Muslims. You will have the respect that is due to you. That is your birthright. And when one of our proud Somali brothers is beaten to death in the streets and receives no justice, then it is up to you to take it.
Hello, I'm Zain Malik. This is Sonny Kalla. We're investigating the death of Hassan Ghalib. Just need to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
I'll speak to the boys.
You know, this vigilante justice you're talking about, it's just going to create more pain for more families.
A boy has died, detective, and they blame us.
You're better off helping us find the truth. When was the last time you saw Hassan?
Yesterday, after evening prayer.
Did he seem troubled by anything? Did he seek your guidance?
Hassan did not fit in here. He struggled with our teaching. He spoke his mind and he left.
So he disagreed with coercing young men to return to Somalia and fight, is that what you're saying?
Hassan was weak, detective.
Yeah, that's what Yusuf said.
Yusuf will one day be a strong leader. He understands the need to unite Somalia under the laws of Islam.
Under Sharia law.
If that is what it takes to defeat the clans, the Ethiopians and their western backers, to bring peace. Yes.
Right, so where were you after evening prayer yesterday?
I stayed here. I live in a room at the back.
Is there someone who can verify that?
Allah is my witness.
Can Allah vouch for the blood on his sleeve?
Hassan got angry. He had a nosebleed. Like I said, he was weak.
I'm gonna need to take your jacket in for testing, if you don't mind. I'll need to get a blood sample from you as well.
Techies have unlocked the iPhone for us.
Head of the river, batting for Born to Rule.
The boy with the trophy, his name's Abraham Wiley. He's the registered owner of the phone. Nothing on record, just a move-along order on George Street in the city.
So Hassan's such a boy of peace. How's he end up with Abraham Wiley's iPhone?
Abe, can you tell us when and where you last had your phone?
Last Saturday after training. I went to take a leak, and when I got back, some dregs stole it.
You report it?
What's the point?
Well, he's got his father to fork out for a new one. Ever had any trouble with the Somali community, Abe?
Why? Why did them take it?
Just answer the question. Right.
Nah, it's too clean, mate. You're taking one of them, you're taking the whole tribe. End up with a machete in your head.
Abe's been brought up to avoid trouble. So that move-along order 3 weeks ago, that was you avoiding trouble, was it?
One of the African kids threw a beer can at Seth, so yeah, I gave him a bit of lip.
Where were you last night, Abe?
I went to the movies, me and Seth.
What'd you watch?
That vampire thing.
You still got the ticket?
I chucked him. He's crap.
What cinemas?
Broadway. I dropped them there. 8:30 session. Now what's this about? Two senior detectives asking bullshit questions about a stolen iPhone.
Well, Mr. Wiley, we're trying to work out how your son's iPhone ended up in the pocket of a dead boy.
Boys, get in the water.
That's a really nice canoe.
Boat. If you have further questions, you come to me personally. Or better still, contact my lawyer.
Appreciate your time. We'll be in touch.
It's Mohammed Mahmood. Right, driver one of the getaway vehicles with $36 million armed robbery. We also know he was connected to this man.
Jason Risk, 35 years of age, Lebanese, involved in extortion, car rebirthing, drug dealing. We know that he met with Mahmood the morning after the robbery.
We also identified calls made from Mahmood's mobile phone to Risk. It turns out Risk and Mahmood are cousins.
Are you kidding me? How the hell did you miss that?
Well, they're Lebos, Malik. They're all
Oh,
cousins.
you're very funny, though. So Risk lies to protect Mahmoud. Who else does he protect?
The man who killed your son is dead, Malik. I can't help.
Killed my son. 6 of them.
Hey, back up. We've got tools.
Get through your head, man. That's not good enough.
Listen, we've got Risk's phone off, right? We got LDs in his house and his business and his car. He's not going to do anything without us knowing about it. What we should be concentrating on is Sally Wilson. She was married to Khalid. Khalid knew Mahmood. Right? She's the best link to the rest of the gang. All this other shit doesn't mean anything. Corporal Wilson, your husband was involved in a violent armed robbery, which 3 innocent men were killed. All of them had families. All of those now wanting answers.
I don't know anything about that.
Charlie, can you tell us where you met Aisha Khalid?
At an army function in Sydney at a restaurant. Never seated at the next table. He took an interest.
So he approached you, yeah? And how long after that did you marry?
6 weeks. The Sheikh was a passionate man. He wanted us to marry before I flew out. I already told all this to him.
Did Aisha ever mention the name Mohammed Mahmoud?
I don't know. There are a lot of Mohammeds.
This man. You recognise him?
I might have met him once at a garage where a Sheikh took our car to be
Met
repaired.
anyone else at this garage? Any of Aisha's other friends?
No one who's involved in this.
And how did Aisha make his living?
He was setting up an importing business. Tribal rocks.
Did your husband ever express views against the war on terror?
Yeah. He blamed the war for making Arabs a universal enemy of the West.
As opposed to something like 9/11. Corporal Wilson, what was your role with the army in Afghanistan?
Intelligence gathering on the weapons trade between the Russian mafia and the Taliban.
And do you believe in the war in Afghanistan?
I believe it's futile.
So you're opposed to it?
I've learned battlefield interrogation too, detective. Do not try and twist my words.
Well, let me tell you what I think. I think you were sent to a shithole country to fight a war you didn't believe in. All of a sudden along comes Khalid with his Arab passion and his charm.
Do you think I'm involved? Do you think I'm responsible for these men?
What I think is your husband needed a contact in the army to continue his terrorist activities and you sold out.
Screw you. I love my country.
Help us, Sally. You've had plenty of time to think about this on the flight from Kabul. Is there anything in hindsight that causes you concern?
There was a post office box. A Sheikh asked me to fill out the forms just in my name. I asked for a key. He said he'd keep it.
Malik, I want to keep you here on this. It's a copy of a letter delivered to Khalid's postbox 2 hours ago.
PKD shipping, confirmation of goods in transit, 1 standard reefer container.
What's the port of departure?
Karachi, Pakistan, previously overland from Kabul. What's a man like Khalid importing from Afghanistan?
Well, I bet my alimony's not tribal rugs. You got any idea what an Arab be bringing in from a war zone?
Be asking who's going to collect now the Khalid's dead.
Who's our Almani Arab?
Yassin. Yasser. I don't know which. The Sheikh called him the architect. He had attitude.
What kind of attitude?
Kind that hates the West for invading his country. The ungrateful kind.
He's Iraqi. Hey, listen, I need to... Hey, listen. I need to know if he's from Afghanistan or is he Iraqi?
He's Iraqi. Same as my lying bastard husband. They were doing some kind of business together.
What kind of business?
How should I know?
Hey, look here, okay? This man and your husband, all right, were importing something from Afghanistan, right? It's the same shithole you were stationed in the army at. If you love your country, what were they bringing in?
My husband's entire life was a total lie to me. What makes you think he would tell me these things? Huh?
Sally, if you can think of anything, okay, just give me a call.
Get on the counter-terrorism, see if they've got anything on Yasser.
I found out about you, Detective Travis. I still have 1 or 2 friends left in the service. Your ex-army served in Iraq, one of the elite. You, of all people, should understand the meaning of patriot. My whole life is army, and they're gonna take that away from me.
She should get together with my ex-wife. Be a hoot. This is Qasim Mohammed Yasser. He's 36, Iraqi-born, upper-middle-class family, well-educated. According to counter-terrorism, after a brief stint in the army, he obtained degrees in both architecture and structural engineering from the University of Baghdad.
Good to know how to build them if you want to blow them up. Yasser's parents are both university lecturers, the mother in physics, the father in bioethics. On April the 2nd, 2003, they received a fatal dose of shock and awe from the coalition forces.
Which gives Yasser strong reason to hate the West. Miraculously, he survived this. 2 years later, the pacifists across the ditch welcomed him with open arms, and in 2006, he enters Australia through the back door. At the time, no one was really interested in hiring an Arab to build large buildings, so he started an investment business, gaining a reputation as an Awala broker.
Yeah, it's an honour-based transfer system. No records, no paper trail.
That's right, which is a winner with terrorist organisations.
I'll go knock on his door, see what he knows about our dead robber Khalid, and try not to shoot him.
Ashad Khalid asked me to invest some money for him. I agreed to do so.
How much money?
He said in the millions, but I guess I'll never know how many.
So you never received any money?
Difficult from a dead man.
I want you to take a look at this photo. His name's Mohammed Mahmoud. Do you recognise this man?
I read about this man. He was shot and killed by police. According to the papers, there is a cloud of truth of his
I
death.
asked if you'd met him.
No, I did not. Now I believe I've helped you all I can.
I've got a question for you. As a money man, you get any luck transferring personal assets outside the reach of a divorce proceeding?
It is not my field of expertise.
What exactly is your field of expertise?
I secure finance for building projects in Iraq.
And you'd have the necessary paperwork to prove to say that your money's being spent where you say it is.
My funds are used to rebuild what the West destroyed. Housing estates, power plants, hospitals.
Khalid ever tell you where he was getting his money from?
Do you ask where the oil comes from each time you fill up your car?
So you'll take money from anywhere, good or bad? No matter whose blood's been spilled getting it.
Iraq was destroyed on the lies of dishonorable men. Thousands died so that the West could quench its thirst for oil. So, if any man comes to me with money to help those who have suffered, I will gladly invest it.
If he's got the 36 million, be out of the country by now.
The question is, are you going to use the money to fund the insurgents in Iraq? Or think of war back here? IA scheduling interviews. They're going to want to see you first. You still agreed on what happened?
I've got no reason to change my initial statement.
Look, if you think I'm going to be your friend on this, you're wrong. You had motive, Malik, and I fired the weapon. They're going to be looking for a conspiracy to murder, so if one of us go down, we both go down.
The suspect, Mohammed Mahmoud, was also the man responsible for the death of your
Mahmoud was
son.
the only link to the men who committed an armed robbery in which 4 men
He
died.
was also the man driving the car that caused the death of your
But
son.
that wasn't foremost on my mind.
What was in your mind?
Capturing an important suspect in support of my colleague.
Then explain how you got separated from your colleague.
We entered the warehouse, and I must have taken a wrong turn or something. Because
Okay, so you're saying it was a mistake? Or because you wanted to confront Mahmoud and take revenge?
that's bullshit. We got separated. Mahmoud came out of nowhere, and I was forced to defend myself.
Before Detective Travers fired his weapon, did you hear him issue a challenge to the suspect?
No, I did not.
Because in your original statement, you said you had control of the suspect when Detective Travers discharged his weapon. Do you stand by that?
Yes, I do.
Did Detective Travers have any prior history with the suspect?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did he discuss the suspect in relation to any other matters?
No.
Do you know of any reason why Detective Travers would deliberately kill Mohammed Mahmoud? I'm done.
How'd you go?
Fine.
Something you two ought to see. I've been checking all recent incident reports on the Lidcombe line. This is Tuesday afternoon, 2 days before Hassan was killed.
Looks like Abe Wiley had a bit of trouble with the Somalis.
Hassan trying to break it up, cops an elbow for his trouble.
Explains the nosebleed.
I don't know. Let's bring Yusuf in, find out why he lied about that phone. Yusuf, why'd you tell us you'd never seen this phone before? We know you took it off this boy 2 days before Hassan was killed.
A Somali boy is dead, and you are worried about a white boy's phone?
So you're in here as a silent observer, just to make sure nothing improper happens.
What is improper is Hassan is dead, and his killer walks free.
Why'd you attack this boy, Yusuf? Don't look at us, he's not going to answer for you. Why'd you attack him?
Because he always insults my sister.
So you've had trouble with this boy before?
Every day. Him and his friends. They say Samira is a slut, that we carry disease and do not belong here. They kick our bags off the railway platform and throw things at us. This day, we have enough.
So after this fight on the train, did this boy threaten you or Hassan in any way?
You think Hassan died because of this fight? You think I am to blame?
I'm asking you, did Abe Wiley make any threats against Hassan?
No, he learned his lesson. He has to respect us.
If a warrior draws a knife, he better be prepared to use it.
Okay. That'll be all, thanks. You know, you teach Yusuf the world's against him, he's going to grow up full of hate.
They want us in their basketball, their soccer team, but they do not want us in their home or school.
Why is this man here?
Yusuf is a minor. He's nominated Assad as his person of interest.
But I do not want him anywhere near Yusuf. Wait for me outside.
Sister does not tell
I
her...
said go! Who are you to poison my brother's mind with your teachings? I will kick at high.
Somali Nemo, we're all one clan here.
قبل kick us together. I said what the region?
Haran, a long time ago.
I won't take Yusuf home.
First, I need your permission to get Yusuf's fingerprints and DNA for
Do whatever you need to. I need to get him home now.
Let's go. I saw how you reacted to Assad. You know. Do you think Assad is capable of killing?
Yes. Many times and over. He has killed and killed again.
So you know him from Somalia?
Yes. When I was 14. In my village in Hiran. It had rained and I was playing with my friend Rashid in the mud puddles. When we saw the soldiers coming through the banana trees. Some were just boys. More arrived in trucks. Then the shooting started. And the puddles turned red with blood. A young soldier put the gun in Rashid's hand and ordered him to shoot. When Rashid could not, they cut his throat and gave the gun to the next boy.
And Assad was one of these soldiers?
Yes. I am sure of it.
Okay. I'll look into him. I'll make sure he causes you no more grief, all right?
I hang on to a saying. Sorrow is like rice from the store. If a handful is removed every day, one day it will come to an end.
Arab money, Arabs on the move, door open, brake light on, flasher, indicating right in the traffic.
It's a computer.
So where'd you going that IA going to charge you?
Oh, I hope you got good odds.
Well, I bet the right man's dead. You saved Malik.
He's not worried about high risk.
Pulling in slowly into Tempe driving range. You inside? Copy? Hey, Squizzy and Shifty. You copy that?
Almost done here.
What would Yasser want with Jason Risk?
So Yasser knew Khalid, and he knows Risk. Top it off, found these on his hard drive. The specs for a nuclear power plant. The same kind of light water reactor as Lucas Heights.
Well, if Yasser wants to bring the war to our doorstep, then destroying Lucas Heights would be a good start.
When's this container arrive?
Tomorrow, customs will call us when it's offloaded.
All right, I'll have to inform counter-terror and everyone else up the chain. Something's come up on the Somali case. Now, Hassan would have caught the 9:40 train from Central to get to Lidcombe, where he was attacked around 10. So I checked the Lidcombe line platform at Central, and these two popped up.
The metal weapon was square. Check out the shape of their bottom. Okay, Abe, you said you're at the movies the night Hassan was killed. That's you and Seth at Central Railway Station at 9:30.
So, we had a couple of drinks instead. There's no crime in that.
Okay. What'd you do with the bottle when you finished?
Don't know, Seth must have chucked it.
How long have you known Abe?
Since I won the scholarship for the school, so it's like a couple of months.
What'd you do with the bottle when you finished the bourbon?
I don't know, I think Abe must have chucked it.
You also told us that your phone was stolen on a Saturday after training. We know it's used to make a phone call on Tuesday afternoon. That's 3 days later.
Probably by one of the losers who stole it.
No, you called Seth. We know because of this incident on the train. It's you calling him right there. Now, why didn't you tell us about this assault?
Because you would have taken our side. Everyone does. Poor black kids from Africa. You got any idea what it's like to be attacked by a gang of these bastards? I never killed that kid, I swear. I never touched him.
Hey, Yusuf, what are you doing?
I left the mosque with Hassan. Still be alive.
Some things you can't control, you know. We all belong to God, and to Him we will return.
Hassan said if we want peace, we have to fight for it.
Yusuf, peace comes when you've got the courage to believe in it, like Hassan. When people are prepared to stop fighting, and lay down their weapons. Yeah. Come on. Come with me.
They belong to Hassan?
My old ones.
Hey, Molly! Over here!
What do you got?
Could be blood.
As soon as you got Prince and DNA, let me know.
Yeah. You got any guys over here?
Is that a fact, is it? That's what he said. Right, thank you. See, whatever IA's got on, you can put on hold. We just inherited a bigger problem. Rish just told Mahmoud's mother he's coming after our families.
You told me you didn't know the driver of the car that hit my
I'm
family.
the crazy bastard who put a bullet in your cousin's head.
You go near my wife or my daughter,
I'll forget I'm a cop. I'll come after you.
And you can have my wife any way you want it, but you come within 10 blocks of my boys, and you're not going to hear anything, you won't feel anything, you'll just be dead. Do you understand? Do you understand? Fuck this. No, no! You up for beer?
What was that? Well, I got away with that shit in Iraq.
You just pissed off, Malik, because I did what you wanted to do.
Risk's phone's been going off all night, calling Yasser, worried he's had cops in his face.
Could have been any cops.
Yeah, two big dumb bastard cops, which in the circumstance seems like an accurate description. If Risk and Yasser go underground because of your little stunt, it won't be IA you need to worry about, because I'll have your balls, both of you.
Yeah, you'll have to get mine off Max first.
We've got Russian Kalashnikovs, AK-47s, automatic RPKs, 20 in all. Yes, and Risk are buying up some big firepower.
But for what purpose?
Enough for a major assault on Lucas Heights.
But the party doesn't end there. Customs estimate 500 kilos of uncut heroin.
It's not the first time a terrorist organisation's turned to drugs to finance their operation.
Clyde caught taking financial advantage of Western decadence.
Right, I want a controlled delivery.
You sure you want to involve the
I want
feds?
those drugs substituted in the container back on the stack and kept under 24-hour surveillance. Let's find out who else was involved, whether they planned to blow up Lucas Heights or poison half of Sydney, and talk to Sally Wilson and see what she can add to this.
Sally, we know your husband visited Afghanistan on these dates, two of which coincide with your tour of duty there, one as recent as 7 weeks ago. And coinciding with that most recent visit you applied for and were granted 2 days leave to fly to Rome to, quote, meet your husband. But Kyler was already in Kabul, wasn't he? And you didn't fly to Rome. We can check flight records.
We stayed at a hotel in Kabul.
What was his business there?
He said it was to see me.
That's bullshit, Sally, and you know
Who was
it.
he meeting there, Sally?
A man.
Is he an Arab?
He looked military. I only saw him from a distance.
We believe your husband and other men were planning an act of terrorism in this country. You say you're a patriot. What's Khalid doing in Afghanistan?
Was he using you for information, Sally? Did you supply him with operational
We
information?
were gathering intel for a raid on a big opium processing factory. It was stressful. There were a lot of lives at risk. It was good to be able to talk about it. It was just too late talk. When our troops raided the drug lord, the place had already been hit. Opium was gone and the villagers were mad.
Those drugs are sitting on the dock at Port Botany.
I think she knew Khalid murdered those villagers and she did nothing about it.
In the name of love.
Sorry, boss. We've got a DNA result on the Somalis and it's not quite what we're expecting.
Thanks.
The DNA we retrieved from Assad's sample was compared with Yusuf's DNA. Assad is Yusuf's father.
Yusuf is my son. We'd heard stories of soldiers attacking the next village. Stories of men being chained together in burning huts. Women, children taken. And then they were in our village. Shooting, burning. They killed my friend Rashid. He dragged me into my hut, tore my clothes off. And when my mother and father tried to stop them, they shot them. And Assad, he raped me. And when I screamed, he put a knife against my throat. Again. And again I was silent.
Does Yusuf know?
No, and he cannot know. The shame will destroy him.
Okay, why didn't you call for backup before pursuing Mohammed Mahmoud into the warehouse?
Well, the suspect presented no real threat other than he wasn't complying. He didn't really want to lose money. Suspect in a multi-million-dollar robbery. He might have had links to a terrorist network.
Oh, shame you shot him then.
Well, it's not for you to judge or voice opinions here, detective, so just get on with the interview.
Okay, you said Detective Malik was only a few seconds in front of you. Can you explain how you got separated once inside the warehouse?
No. As far as I knew, Malik was ahead of me until I heard the commotion.
Then what happened?
I saw Detective Malik defending himself against a knife attack, so I drew my weapon and issued a challenge.
Well, in his statement, Detective Malik said he heard no challenge.
Well, any experienced investigator will tell you that people under stressful situations can sometimes suffer from audio exclusion.
He also said he had control of the suspect's knife when you fired.
Did he?
Yeah.
Malik was about to get shifted in the guts. I should be grateful.
What's your view of Detective Malik's state of mind since the death of his son?
No, he wouldn't be real happy now, would he?
Come on, you think he's capable of revenge? I mean, isn't that what Muslims believe in, an eye for an eye?
Anyone's capable of revenge, detective, given the right circumstance. What's your point?
I suggest that Detective Malik conspired with you to kill Mohammed Mahmoud to avenge his son. What have you got to say to that?
I'd say Mahmoud was trying to kill a highly respected officer, so I shot him. And now a good cop gets to go home to his wife and what's left of his family. We done?
We're done.
Hey, you know, at least in Iraq, you knew the guy beside you had your back.
Malik, forensics report on the bourbon bottle. It's definitely Hassan's blood. Vince confirms it's a murder weapon.
Prince?
Yeah, plenty with nothing on record, but we did get one match. Charles Wiley, Abe's dad.
Well, this is the bourbon bottle that was used to strike and kill Hassan Ghaled. It has his blood on the label. Also has your fingerprints on it.
You think I hurt that boy? You think I'm capable of killing a child?
Well, what do you think, Abe?
He had nothing to do with it. I took the bottle from home. I knew he wouldn't miss it, so...
It doesn't prove anything. Anyone could have picked up that empty bottle after they threw it away.
Okay, so you left the movies, you walked to Central Station, is that right?
Yeah.
What time was that?
At 9 o'clock.
That's where you drank the bourbon, yeah?
Yeah.
Then what?
Then we went back to the city.
What'd you do then?
Shouting at chicks.
Hey, a couple of good-looking boys on the prowl. Any luck?
Yeah, a bit.
You get any phantoms?
No, no.
Come on, eh?
No, no.
No keepers?
No, no way.
Huh?
Who threw the shoes?
Hey.
The shoes put you there, Seth. You're in a lot of trouble here.
You know, Seth, you and Hassan aren't that different. Hassan came out here to escape the violence to build a better life. You worked hard to get a scholarship into a top school for a better future. I know you're a good man. But you're going to lose all that if you don't tell me the truth.
They wanted to get even after the Somalis jumped him on the train. It's just meant to be a bit of fun.
Samira? 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 I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm here to help, okay? I'm here to help. Give me the weapon. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
happened here? Why had Assad come to your house?
To take Yusuf away. I had to stop him, so I told Yusuf the truth. That Assad is his father. That he forced himself. Yusuf called me a liar. I told him you have evidence that proves that Assad is what I say. That is when Assad attacked me.
Okay. And what happened then?
I grabbed the blade and hit him with it.
Where was Yusuf when this happened?
He had already ran outside.
Why would he run outside?
He was afraid.
Samira, every parent wants to protect their children. To keep them safe.
Yusuf did not
The
do
fingerprints
this.
on the weapon, the angle of the wound, blood splatter's going to tell us exactly what happened. If you want to help your son, tell me the truth.
Please. He has his whole life ahead of
If
him.
Yusuf did this, he won't be tried in an adult court. He's a child. If you stand up in the witness box and say what happened, what this man did to you, I believe you'll have a chance. Yusuf's never going to be strong if he lets you get out of prison for this.
Sorry, boss, it's urgent. The drugs investigation. The container's been collected and taken to a storage shed.